Who's that?
He's like the crazy old man character who like makes makeshift machines out of like junk.
Oh, MacGyver.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Also,
this character.
For some reason, Rum is rendered and is complete on a transparent layer, and I don't know why.
It's awesome.
But, yeah, he gets a fancy one.
We're live.
So I don't know
now, by
why,
the way.
but Jay, sometimes you're fine, and then sometimes there's like a huge echo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably because
it's
Brent's
when-
picking me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing different than usual, I'd assume.
We're all
it's-
set. We're live. Just whenever you're ready, just go ahead and start.
All right, we are live. So, all right then. So it's Tuesday, and Tuesday is a day for with disadvantage. God, this is fucking. All right, so you might be noticing that this isn't the usual Tuesday show, and that it hasn't been the usual Tuesday show for a few weeks. Easy, quick answer. Bryn's computer just ate a fat old log of shit and doesn't work anymore.
It's cooking a Capri Sun.
No one knows what that means, honey. You keep saying that to people, expecting them to know what it means.
It means that her battery pack is about to explode.
Yeah, Bryn's battery pack is about to blow, so we opted not to do that. But the bad part about that is that all of the Lumiere shit is on that computer. So instead of that, our brilliant solution, and by brilliant I mean vexingly confusing, is we are going to run a short, that word was in parentheses for those of you watching at home, side campaign with a story set within Lumiere, 6 years prior to the events of the main campaign. I welcome everybody who is watching or listening to the first episode of Tales from Lumiere, Black Soul, starring Chev as Rum.
Hello.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. And we've got our good old friend Cloaking Device as Locke. We've got our former GM, Bryn, playing Leaf Stick.
Yay!
I will have Leaf Stick on a pike by the end of this.
Leaf stick.
We've got America's Darling Rainbow playing Mimic Storm Song.
Hello!
And saving the best for last, we have the lovable Bunsen Gyro playing Louis McCracken.
I can't wait to cause a time paradox.
So when you said short, I thought you was about to say you was going to
Did
run
you say
short wires.
a paradox?
A time paradox.
Is that when muscular men cause the paradox?
So when you were saying short campaign, I thought you were going to say we decided to run short cables into her computer.
Yeah, no,
Get it running again?
we're suspending it from the ceiling, so that when it blows up, it just gets everything. We're just going to take it all out at once.
I have a question for Bryn.
What? For Bryn?
Yes. Is
Yes?
your character's middle name Tree?
No.
Leaf Tree Stick?
And you may have noticed that it's me, Jay GMing. Yes, that is a mistake, but they haven't learned that yet. So let's get fucking started.
Yeah, the name of this game was pretty ominous. Chevcast's mistake.
Yeah. Don't worry, I have extreme confidence in you guys, but absolutely none in myself. So,
That's how DMing starts.
yeah, sure does. This is not my first rodeo, but it might be my last. Let's go.
How
Okay,
it starts, and also very often just how it continues to be.
so we begin. Now, I draw everybody's attention not to the character pieces, but to the map in the corner. Because you guys are...
The wrong
Oh,
corner.
I found Leaf! He's over here!
Just
I don't know
chilling
how
by
he got
Devil's Tower.
Yeah, we lost Leaf's piece earlier, but I had to make a new one. So if you look at the map, you're not... First of all, you may think, that place is called the City of Dread. And you're right, but let's not worry about that. What's important is... somebody remind me how to ping.
Tab.
Is right... You guys are right about here, on the river. Because you're on a boat. You guys... Don't... Rainbow.
Sorry.
You guys are on a boat headed towards Funeral's Court. Because, if you'll remember, Why am I on draw? The group of you.
Why? How do I undo this? So every time I click, I don't.
Click back to the hand on the left
Yeah, you
side.
just click back to the pointer. You and the group have all been recruited on this mission by the mysterious aristocrat Mavet to investigate the call of the Bandit Queen funeral. Funeral has called anyone who'll come amongst the important folks in the world to see what she's discovered. And knowing what the common people know about the bandit clan of Black Dragonborn upon the Shiro mountainsides, they realize that this is almost certainly a way for them to die. So most sensible people have shied away from it. But, and I say this not to imply that none of you guys are sensible, although judging by the biographies we went over earlier, hoo boy, you guys need some therapy. But
There's nothing about Locke that's sensible.
oh boy, I cannot wait for Locke. Just hear Bryn muttering quietly over there. But you 5, along with your 6th, have all been recruited by the mysterious aristocrat Mavet, who, for reasons that no one can piece together, has decided to humor this request and is offering an amount of gold that would make a king blush to anyone who would go for it. So, here you 6 are, on a boat, traveling upstream on a river due to Liam's pact with the Fathomless, allowing him to control the flow of water. You find yourselves on this boat. The boat doesn't have a name, although Liam likes calling it the Kestrel, because it's a very small boat. A kestrel is a small bird, for those of you who don't know. And as you are standing there, you find that it is midday as you travel into the cold land of the Shiro mountainside. You can see smoke rising on the... What's the right side of the boat, honey? Is that port?
I don't fucking
Other way.
know.
It's
I don't think
Starboard.
any of us know.
Starboard is the
a few
right.
of us
I
know.
totally know.
I expected Cloak to know. I don't know why I didn't ask Cloak. That's the
Port
thing
is
I
left.
expected Cloak to know. I always thought port was right. With starboard side,
Port
the
always has
boat,
the
you
same
see-
number of letters as the word left, if that helps.
that's a good way to remember
It's really
actually.
good. Holy fuck.
I know that the back is the poop deck, but let's move on. You see smoke rising across the horizon on the starboard side, indicating that you must be nearing the court.
Wow, we're running into smoke already? That was fast.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I like how you used a little bit of Smoke's voice in that response.
I mean, here's the thing, is like I told you guys in the messages, but because this is the region where both Rum and Smoke are from and on the map, so I've just arbitrarily decided that every single person in this region has a stupid accent. So just emotionally prepare yourself for that. That goes for the players and you at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
The 5 of you you're doing whatever you characters would do on the top of a boat that has been on a river traveling upstream for a few days now. Probably bored out of your minds, but
I imagine I'm sitting next to Rum, and I elbow him gently and say, "Hey, not gold. Hand me that knife. I'm going to try to turn something into gold." He just calls Rum not gold because he accidentally summoned him from the future.
Oh, Rum's just
And he
gonna
was not
feel
cold.
this. He's got his arms crossed and he's just kind of staring where we're going, and he's just gonna feel it and he's gonna just look at you and not even know what you're saying, but not really care either, and just and he's gonna keep looking forward.
No, really, I mean it. Just one more try. The next try, I'm gonna make some gold. I swear.
Would you please leave me alone?
oh, you two quit
What?
bickering. Liam would say from across the way. He's got binoculars and he's looking towards a distant, small little dock. It looks like our entourage is here. At least that guy looks intimidating enough to be our entourage. I received word when we wrote that the High Priest of Funerals Court himself would be waiting for us. I don't know what that means, though. And that guy doesn't look like a priest.
Do I look like a
I
priest
doubt
to
he's
you?
as intimidating as you think he is.
None of you look like priests. I certainly don't look like a priest.
Then I don't think you know what a priest looks like.
You're a priest? Why the hell are you a priest?
Of a sort.
I'm a wizard, but the college doesn't like to recognize me.
I miss my sister.
I could teach you a thing or two about making some gold, wizard, but it won't be fabrication.
I don't know if I'm interested in that.
Oh, the 5 of you need to stop bickering. If you act like
We
this
need to get off this boat named Custard. I don't know why I named it that.
Custard?
It's not bickering if I'm correct. It's just telling you that you're wrong.
Didn't someone say they named this boat Custard?
Oh, you are just a treat. Anyway.
No, it's named Kestrel. Please get it right.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for Leaf's accent.
So how did Rum end up here? Are we gonna find this out?
Oh yes. We'll go over that when we'll cross that bridge. Just know that this is, for those of you at home, this is literally visually, you can tell that it's Rum, but he looks different than he did 6 years later.
No robes.
He certainly looks older, which doesn't make any sense, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
And for some reason, Louis calls him Knuckle.
I meant specifically on this boat, though, like headed to this place.
I would imagine that he just responded to Mavet's call thinking, oh, that's a good opportunity to do what I want to do.
Okay.
I would imagine as much.
Sounds good.
Anyway, everybody's dumb little bicker session makes time pass quickly enough that you're surprised when you arrive at the docks and the boat just kind of seems to stop. You see a couple of dragonborn grunts tying off the small vessel, and you hear creaking wood as an extraordinarily large figure walks out of a small shack towards you guys. So, you're the runts who have decided to answer this call.
Runs.
Well, aren't you a big son of a bitch?
Is that from Dragon Ball?
Yeah, that's cooler. Yeah. I couldn't find a good picture of what I wanted him to look like, and I'm just like, fuck it, he's cooler. This episode of the Chefcast brought to you by Dragon Ball Fighters.
So in response, the scrawny human wizard just gives a wave.
Yeah. A lot of spunk on the lot of you. As much as I'd love to give you a proper greeting,
Rum just
the queen wants you to come to the court. I don't know why she's getting all obsessed with all these. What's the word? What's the word for, like, formalities? That's the word.
I'm not one to suffer formalities. Lead the way.
I love me some formalities.
I'd rather have pancakes.
Yeah? Yes? Brent will be back.
Well, go on then, big boy. Take us where we're going.
Easy, easy, easy. You're in the middle of the tundra right now. Like, literal dead center. If I were to just walk away, you'd be stuck here.
Oh, we've been around these parts. I wouldn't be stuck anywhere.
But for the sake of my own skin.
I've gotten myself out of tighter situations than a few snowy mountains.
For the sake of my own skin, and for the sake of not killing myself for having to listen to you 5 bicker at each other for any longer.
Told you it's not bickering.
Oh, you're testing me, small man. You, come here! And he points at one of the grunts. And the grunt just walks up to him and gulps. Yes, sir. Good, shut up! And he just grabs him by the neck and just kind of like, you see the grunt kind of glow for a second, and he erupts into a oval-shaped hole. Within the oval-shaped hole is the same purpley starish texture that seems to make up the large man's skin.
What the hell did you do to that poor man?
Now that's some transmutation.
Well, you didn't have to kill him for my amusement, but
He's
I
not
appreciate
dead.
the show.
He's not dead, probably. Once we get through, he'll just reconstitute. He might be dead. I don't know. I don't really care, personally. Other guy, you know what? Make sure this boat stays in place. Now follow me. And he just walks through the oval. And as he walks through all the way, he sticks his head back out. And please just don't be afraid to walk through. I swear to God, like, everybody is always really anxious about these holes. They work. I promise. I went through first. You can trust it.
Can I roll? I don't know if it would be history or arcana if I had accidentally done anything remotely similar to that portal in my
Put in an arcana check, yeah.
in my random attempts to conjure or transmute gold. If it ever resulted in anything like this, that is a 25.
So you would know that this is a special type of magic that isn't accessible to normal people. This is the magic of a draconic aspect. Something that you've done things similar, but you know for a fact that this is the magic of a draconic aspect that you couldn't match. You could do something functionally identical, but its unique magic signature isn't something you could do.
Gotcha. But I'm inclined to trust it.
Yeah.
Can I actually get an arcana check on that as well? To see if I recognize it as draconic?
Yeah.
In the meantime, Lou's going to be the first to try to go through.
To be fair, Leaf is just not going to do the check and just going to walk through, so honestly, Lou's probably second. Leaf is just nonchalant, unfazed.
Hey, you guys can hear Bryn, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you guys do that, I'm just
So I am going to
need a
drop.
thicker line.
You said I double-click the die to roll in the...
No, just click it once and it'll go.
I am going to drop 3 silvers on the ground.
I guess I'm not seeing where the chat is that it's popping. Oh, okay.
Don't pay attention to how shitty this is, okay?
I am going to drop 3 silvers on the ground, and then, so it's obviously for the whatever if he lives. And I'm going to go through.
Oh, I just drew a big old line in my fucking area.
Rainbow, I don't see your character in the campaign.
I had to go through another campaign because it was full for some reason.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, we should probably clean out some characters in the content share.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things from Arcana that can...
But did you hear me about the coins, Jay?
What did you drop, coin-wise?
3 silver on the ground. It's obviously for the thing that they turn into a portal if he survives.
Yeah. Alright, so what did you roll in the Arcana?
Mine was a nat 1, so
yeah.
I know fuck all.
Yeah, this is something you might have seen it before, but you don't think you have.
You think it might smell like booze?
You think it's a Pizza Hut?
Liam would just follow Louis, being worried about all this.
So
and do you guys step through the portal as well?
Yeah, Rum doesn't care. He doesn't care if anything bad would happen. He's just gonna go right through.
Well, this seems like a bad idea. In the words of a man I once knew, I fucking hate portals.
I don't know, guys. I'm not used to chess. I'm used to checkers.
Well, when you exit out of the portal, you find yourself, 1, completely unharmed, and 2, in the middle of a small walled camp.
What's the climate here?
It is cold.
Also tundra?
Yeah, no, you will be in a tundra for the foreseeable future.
Okay. But I mean, like, we're still in the general region still.
Yeah. You are outdoors in a camp, and while snow is falling, it's not really billowing. There are multiple stands, huts, and small buildings with fires within them. You see various black dragonborn milling about. Some are armored, carrying weapons. Some are wearing simple clothing, carrying things, and there's a few in rags and chains doing a lot of the heavier lifting around. You see some of them cooking. You see some of them working in the small smithy at the side. And there is a large bonfire in the center. I'm going to draw that real fast. You guys ready for this fucking bonfire? It's black. Fuck it. It is a black fire. It's not. And in that bonfire, you can very clearly see bodies that are just burning and melting away. If you have the ability to smell, it smells fucking terrible in here.
It smells like pork.
It smells like it smells like rotting meat. It smells like burning flesh, and it smells like an outhouse.
Smells
This
like
is
those
very clearly a
animals in there.
bandit camp.
What was that, Chef?
Smells like there's animals in there.
Probably.
Well,
Whatever
I'm
we
not
can't eat, we
surprised.
just throw in there. I'm told that you people from down south expect a more civilized place for your leaders, so I apologize that we didn't care enough to clean up for you. But to be honest, I don't really know what the Queen's thinking with this. So if you'll follow me around this gigantic
Experienced
fire...
monarchs don't think. That's why they're so fun.
Oh, she'll have fun with you. Follow me around this bonfire. And he beckons to lead you to the back of the camp. The camp, I didn't draw it to scale because I'm bad at everything, so it's a good 10-minute walk around this giant fire. As you walk, the Dragonborn in chains look towards you, usually with sorrow. Some of them focus specifically on Rum and mutter something in Draconic.
What
It's
do
not-
they mutter in Draconic? If I can hear it.
Do you speak
Because
Draconic?
I do speak Draconic. I speak a lot of
I
languages. Have
also
fun.
speak Draconic.
Why do you all speak Draconic?
I speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, Giant, Goblin, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
Oh yeah,
So-
you got 6 subclasses, right? I forget. Your character sheet was a nightmare to read. But those of you who understand Draconic know that they are, when they look at Rum, they are saying the anger in a tone. What tone did they say it in, Jay? Well, they said it in a tone that's very kind of forlorn, but also a little bit hopeful.
Is it clear that they're looking? Is it clear to Rum that they are paying attention to him?
Some of them are, but a lot of them turn away when he would look at them, like they
Really?
would
So
for
when they-
anyone.
So when they say the anger, are they saying it like he's a Karen?
So he's still just arms folded, just kind of just standing there, staring.
Hey, funeral! Some people actually showed up! And in
Let's
front
not
of
go
you,
so
you
far
see...
as to call all of us people just yet.
I didn't move Liam. The area that he has led you to appears to be a small risen platform of stone, and on it is a plain-looking throne carved from the same stone. Just a simple chair, really. And on that throne sits a hooded black dragonborn.
Can we do that one again? Because I just heard the word stone so many times for a second that it became not a real word briefly.
It's a big, long, flat rock chair in the middle of it.
Okay, cool.
There are a handful of these of the dragonborn slaves scattered about. Some holding things. One happens to be holding a tray of food. And on said chair is a cloaked black dragonborn with a large toothy grin on her face. Ah, I do see that they've arrived. Interesting. Of
Say
all
the
the
same about you, Highness.
So does Rum recognize his funeral, right?
Yeah, Rum would immediately recognize this as the Bandit Queen funeral. And I see you've brought my favorite plaything back. Tell me, is the barbarian an offering, or is he part of this little mission?
I'll give you an offering.
Ah, the latter then. Interesting. Regardless, and she stands up, and she is about 3 feet taller than the man who welcomed you. Priest, I thank you. Why do you thank me? You didn't kill them on arrival. Yeah. You don't
Oh,
have to remind me.
he wishes he did, I'm sure.
Oh, you don't even believe. I'm not dread or anything, but Ugh, y'all disgust me.
I get that a lot.
I'm sure. You look like a 2002 GameFAQs thumbnail.
I get that a lot too. I don't know what it means though.
He walks up and takes his spot next to the throne. Well then, I'm genuinely surprised. You all seem to be fairly strong. The queen takes a few steps forward. She's covered in a cloak, but you can see that she's still wearing armor underneath it. How long has it been since I've seen this many powerful people in my camp at once? Probably the last time that fool Liquor tried an assault on the camp.
I suppose that would depend entirely on whether you mean this many people alive or this many people dead.
Oh, I have this many people alive here all the time. You would be surprised how many people haven't learned to travel not to travel in large groups.
How about we get to the point? You called us here for what?
Ah, well, that requires a small bit of explaining. You see, I didn't
get to it then.
You see, I assumed after I sent the message out, I realized that I worded it a bit divisively, as it were. It really did read like I was trying to trap you here, didn't it? I was going to bring you here, and then I would kill you, and it really felt too easy.
You didn't have to read that way for me to assume that.
That's fair. That's very fair coming out of you. You're a sharp one.
Fair, Queen. Your wording is the only reason I'm here. I do love myself a challenge, and slipping the traps of those who think they're better than me is quite fun.
Wow, are you always on? Like, is this not a persona? Are you not trying to be brave in front of me or something? Is this just how you always are? Because that is a treat, if that is true.
Bravery is wasted on the stupid.
Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with you, human.
And I with you, dragon thing.
Regardless, this small camp being the position of my court is amusing to some people who do the cartography around these parts. Why would I, the de facto ruler of these parts, put a small camp in the dead center of this region? Well, you see...
Oh, go ahead. I was good.
Well, it would be because of this. And she would turn around, and she would... A small, just orb in her hand of green something would appear, and it would launch at the... I forgot to mention, you guys are up against a mountain. And it would launch into the side of the mountain and blow a sizable hole in it, revealing it to be hollow. Because I discovered the thing I'd been looking for this whole time.
Well,
Bigger
look
space.
at
You have a secret hideout in a cave too. Ain't that special?
A secret hideout this is not. I want you to follow me, but tread carefully. Where you are stepping will be sacred ground. So you're going to walk... Funeral is going to walk through here. Notably, none of her attendants are following her. Guess who's drawing another circle, gamers? Alright.
Is that we're stepping on already sacred ground, or you think it will be sacred later?
No, trust me, this place that I have discovered here, this is among the most hallowed ground in all of Lumiere. So the group would follow.
Mhm.
Liam would pipe up. To say you found hallowed ground is interesting this far north. Most of the sacred places are much further south. Indeed they are. I hate to say it, but there's a lot more folklore down there. With that king and his merry bunch of miscreants and that mysterious island I keep hearing so much about. Did you know my great-grandmother walked there once? Regardless, this...
Why would your great-grandmother walk instead of taking any other means of conveyance?
She was quite fast, I'm told. Regardless, this... And she would gesture out into the hollow mountain, where, despite the mountain rising up to its full height within inside, it seemed to be no more than excuse me, seemed to be no more than a few feet thick in any direction. The plateaued surface underneath this large place bared almost no features except for a small raised structure that looked almost like a gigantic coffin. This right here is the tomb of the one above all. Tell me.
Would that be religion to check what I already know about
Yeah,
the one above all?
a religion check.
From all of us?
If you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
I know
that.
nothing.
That's
I
a
got an
23.
I got a natural 1.
I got 9.
That's 13 on the die, so a 23.
You said religion
Louis rolling
check?
that one. He's gonna make a vent post to r/atheism about this later.
You said religion?
Yeah, a religion check.
You know, the funny thing is I have a +8 on religion, too.
I got a 15.
Rum, you would probably know regardless of the roll,
okay.
but to anybody who rolled a not nat 1, they would know enough to know that the one above all was the original dragon in the Dragonborn faith. I don't know how much you softskins know about our faith, but at least to us, the one above all was the first dragon, the one who created our world. He was a monstrously powerful being able to shape reality at his will. But once he created a reality to exist in, he learned what it was like to be alone. And so he split himself into the countless draconic aspects we know of today. Said aspects are passed down from generation to generation.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. I just happened to pick up a book. But what's important is this. When the one above all split, he only split his soul. His body remained. And this tomb contains that corpse. At least in theory.
You intend to, what, eat it?
Eat it?
Wouldn't surprise me with what's in that bonfire back there.
No, this. She walks over and pats the top. This cannot be defiled. I've tried, trust me. It's sealed with a magic more powerful
Well, that's
than
a
anything else on
disturbing
Lumiere.
image.
I don't even believe that the body actually exists here. Perhaps this is merely a spot, signifying where it happened. But the energy is very real. This is the place where the universe was truly born, and where its fabric is the most vulnerable. But I'm sure you're quite bored of all of this. You don't
I
care
would like
about...
to know why we're here. I still don't know why.
You are here.
But what
Because-
you're telling me is that you need magic in order to shred reality? I make reality what I want, already.
Oh, I cherish you. What is your name? What do you call yourself, human?
I call myself many things. But, you may call me Locke.
Okay then, Locke.
I'll call you annoying.
I didn't think I'd agree with you, my pet. But here
Would
we
you
are. Maybe we are growing closer.
Call me your pet one more time.
That anger is why you are all here. For you see, I don't know how much that whoever sent you here told you about me specifically, but my lineage traces back to one of the oldest tales of Lumiere. The tale of the 6 heroes that sealed our realm away from the evil. I trust you are familiar with the Lightwells?
I assume we are, right?
Is there anyone here that is not? That lives here, I mean?
I would assume everybody
They
has at least a
protect us
basic
from
knowledge.
everything except for the bears, in general. That's my job.
Those Lightwells don't ward evil off, they keep it out entirely. Our realm is but one of many that exist. There are countless worlds out there, each teeming with various people, life, cultures. But when
I would know. I'm pretty sure I've communicated with some.
The Lightwells have sealed our realm off from anything but the most basic communication between them. And it was done by 6 heroes. A hero of strength, a hero of fate, a hero of guile, a hero of will, a hero of cunning, and the fabled false hero, the one who betrayed them all. Now, despite what you might think about my character, I am not a descendant of that false hero. My aim is only to civilize these borderlands once and for all, bring a culture to it, even if it is my own, and you people seem to disagree with that. But then again, isn't that simply tradition between our peoples? Your kind has been mounting my people's heads on walls as long as there have been walls to mount them on.
Gee, I
I
wonder
would like to
why.
point. I would like to point out this.
Arguably, imperialism is the way that we roll.
I'd like to point out that this entire time, Louis has been kind of just looking forward with a blank smile.
He's not getting any of this.
No, he is. He just he
Regardless,
looking a little funky.
my ancestor, the hero of Guile, was the only one who was against this plan. She believed that sealing the realms off was not the solution that we needed. The one who sealed them off agreed, but realized that it was the only choice they had at the time, and did so anyway. And so my bloodline has persisted for over 1,000 years. It is nearing 500,000 days to the dot since that happened. And it happened right here. Finally discovering it again, it has been the life's work of the last 7 or 8 generations of us. But we have found
How'd you lose it in the first place? That makes no sense.
There were a few generations of debauchery right after the fact. The world had been saved. They got a little bit carried away. Perhaps that's why me and my kin look so different. I mean, you've seen how Priest looks, right? Ugh. I can't stand the way his scales glisten.
Nice to know that you Dragonborn are even hyper-judgmental among yourselves.
Oh, we
Now
have
I don't
to.
feel so bad. Never mind, I never felt bad in the first place.
I figured you didn't. Regardless, we've had one goal, to become strong enough to shatter reality at this point, and reunite Lumiere with the others. There's a reason we believe in strength.
And already managed it with that god-awful stench in the center of your camp?
Charming. The Lightwells have made the people of Lumiere weak, passive. There hasn't been a war in years, centuries. The fact that you...
It depends on your definition of war, but
The fact that you
And
people
also,
are the
why is that
strongest
a
in
bad
generation.
thing?
The fact that you people are the strongest in generations to set forth in our camps is laughable at best. I'm sure even Priest could have his way with all 6 of you at once. Not that he'd enjoy it, the prude.
don't tease me with a good time.
Even my children, aside from the failure, could probably handle you. But that precisely... Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yes.
Oh, what is my fucking plus on perception? Oh, it's only plus. Okay, it's actually one of
Honey,
my
I
low
need
ones.
you to do
5.
that.
Oh yeah, I need to roll Bryn's perception check.
I got Nate.
Oh, I got that
It's,
one. I don't know
19.
jack
What did
shit.
Bryn roll? Let's find out together.
I got
Alright,
a
Bryn,
nat
you got
one,
a
so I don't know
14. But anybody who rolled above an 11 can notice the wall behind you starting to reform.
What if we rolled a nat one?
If you rolled a nat 1, you don't see shit. I don't even think you know where you are.
So we're, because I know this isn't drawn to scale, we're roughly how far away from the wall?
You're like a good 10 or so feet away. Like, let me redraw this here. Like, this is about how the curvature would work.
Okay.
This precisely is why you are here.
Why?
So I'm going to start making my way. Like, can I get back outside the wall before it closes?
As you make a turn, Funeral to go, I wouldn't do that. Without my protection, I'm sure the people out there are liable to tear you limb from limb. Trust me, your lives are in no danger here. More than likely, anyway.
If my
I'm still
life is
looking
in
at
no
Eric.
danger here because of your word, then
Uh,
what have I to worry about?
I'm
Besides,
still looking at Eric.
if they
Scratch my
tear
head
me
and go,
limb from limb and it displeases you, you can always just eat them later.
We have a few
Which
rather...
one, the limbs or the dragonborn?
I would probably eat both, although there
Either?
isn't much meat on
Really?
those bones, frankly.
So I'm gonna scratch my head and I'm gonna
So
look at her and
I'm
go,
gonna-
"What? Why?
I'm gonna
Why are we
attempt
here? I don't
to slip out the closing wall anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to give me a dexterity check.
X check. That is an 18. 15 on the die plus 3.
Not quite enough. When you would move towards the door, you would see a priest's large frame blocking you. Going somewhere, small man?
Well, apparently not this time.
Good answer. As the wall fully reforms around you, Funeral would take hold of her cloak and toss it aside, just like fluttering. For you see, I do
We
believe
get a
that
strip show tonight? Fantastic. I haven't seen naked royalty in so long.
I think I might change my mind in your case, but regardless, I believe that after this long, my bloodline has cultivated enough strength to test the fabric, if so we would say. So I have brought you here, knowing that that the people down below would not send anyone but their strongest. Today is the day we shatter reality and save this world.
So where do I fit
We
in this?
shatter reality again, you mean?
I suppose a reshattering would be a more precise wording. But regardless, Hun, don't look. I'm opening the stat block.
Oh no, I won't look at the stat block. I can't look at the stat block. I'm gonna look at the cat instead.
Whoa,
Hello,
what? A
Meatwolf.
stat block?
It is me. I am Leaf.
I will give you all a moment to
woo
prepare.
your pets.
For today, we fight.
Can I ask for the dimensions of the
fight?
room?
What do we fight today? Each other?
You are going to fight me. I am more than capable of taking all 6 of you on, so let's see your power. Allow me to see what the so-called civilized world calls its strongest warriors.
Why?
Because if you don't, I'm just going to kill you.
No, but why? Why do you have to fight us? I don't understand.
The action here, the strength. This is where reality is at its weakest. Don't you see? Reality means nothing to people like us, the strongest of all races. Excuse
is
me.
Always at its weakest in whatever room I'm present in, please.
Oh, would you
Excuse me, I
please
gotta
just
prepare you
shut
later.
up?
I would not, but I appreciate that you want me to. It makes me so happy.
Our power clashing in this room will be too much for reality to handle, and it will finally splinter.
And why
In
do
the
you want
meantime-
that? Why do you want to shatter reality? You already
I will
rule this
shatter
one.
reality, and I will kill the one who protected this realm and free us from her. We will all be free again. Free to fight, kill, and become strong.
We as
One
in
more
the
question.
Dragonborn.
All of
Who is
us,
she?
all of
is
reality will
she?
be free again, and I trust
Who?
you to help me. Today
meantime-
is the day.
Who
In the
is
meantime, I
she?
cast mage armor.
Can you tell me who she is that's protecting the reality that you said you want to destroy?
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure once everything cracks, we'll have an opportunity to meet them soon enough. Your moment of preparation is over. Prepare yourselves. Roll for initiative, everybody.
I did manage to get off my mage armor, right?
Yes.
Do we go?
Please roll my initiative for me, my
roll
love.
initiative.
24.
Jeez, I'm getting really bad rolls. I got a 1.
Alright. Funeral went ahead.
Well, I guess
and
1 isn't a bad roll for a cleric.
All right, Rum actually goes before Funeral. Oh, also, I have an order thing here.
I got an 11.
You need to roll for me.
Shiv goes first. What did everybody else roll?
I
know
got a-
Bunsen got an
I got a-
11.
Yeah.
I
By
got
the
a
way,
1.
fun fact. Guess what my DC is, or what my AC is with mage armor?
Isn't it like 11?
Yep.
I know. Let's roll Brings Initiative. Boop. You got an 8, honey.
I got a
With his
12.
Forsaken Leaf today.
And I just rolled my second 1, so I got 1.
Alright, so it would go Cloak, Order would go Chev, then Funeral, then Cloak, then Bunsen, then Liam, then Bryn, then Rainbow. Alright, so Rum, you get the first action here.
All right, so I guess he's just going to run
Run
up
up
on
and punch
Funeral
her.
then. Yep, and swing his Morning Star. He said, "Well, I guess if this is what we're doing, then this is what we're doing." And he rolls a 19 to hit. Is that a hit?
Checking the armor class. Yes, that would hit at a 19.
And that is 10 damage as he swings his Morning Star and the spiky end hits her right in the side, like penetrating some of her scaly armor or whatever you said she was wearing under her cloak. And he just, "That's for all the time you kept me in your fortress."
Do you have extra attacks at this point or no?
Oh,
You are level 11. I think you've got at least one.
yeah,
on
I
Librarian.
almost forgot about how high level I was. Yes, I think I can attack again. Yep, I can. Okay. So, all right. I was gonna rage, but I think maybe he'll wait. So I'm gonna roll again. 23 to hit. So I assume that hits.
Yeah.
And that is 7 more damage. So a total of 17. As he swings into her side, and then he spins around and brings it around 360 degrees and hits her in the other side.
Not bad. You've certainly grown stronger.
No thanks to you.
I think it's a lot thanks to me. Now it's Funeral's turn.
You would think that.
Well, since you were so kind, perhaps I shall just return the favor. Gonna go ahead and make an attack here. Bink. Let's see, that is gonna be... There's 1, so that's... Yeah. So that is gonna be a 26. Let's just roll all 3 attacks at once. It's gonna be a 26, a 24, and a 28. I'm gonna guess all of those hit. Chev, what's the 24,
Oh, I
26?
forgot you were attacking me. My bad.
Yeah, what's attacking Chev?
That is, yeah, I'm a armor class 13, so yes.
Why is your AC so bad?
I'm trying,
not
like,
sure,
I
actually.
know my turn isn't going to be up immediately. I'm trying to figure out my math
Anyway,
of my turn, and I think
Do you
I need
have your
paper
equipment
right now.
actually equipped?
Hold on.
I don't have any armor, that's why.
Yes?
Yeah, but your AC should still be, because you're a
Right.
barbarian, it should still be your con mod plus your dex mod plus 10.
On mod is 2, dex mod is 1, so 3 plus 10 is 13.
I guess that checks out. Regardless, that's going to be... Man, those little guys just go everywhere. Alright, that's going to be 31 damage to you. As 3 rapid unarmed strikes just slam into Rum.
31. Okay, and he's gonna as you hit, and then he's just gonna kind of grit his teeth and bear it.
You have grown stronger, haven't you? but I want to see what your friends are capable of. So that would pass the turn to Locke.
And so, despite the fact that punches have been thrown, Locke is still not entirely convinced combat has started. And he looks up and, Your Highness, are you sure we're supposed to be fighting you? Those looked like some awful soft hits. That's an accidental casting of Vicious Mockery. Can I get a wisdom
Okay.
save, please?
Wisdom save. Oh, her wisdom saves are not great. Oh, my dice are even purple. That's perfect. Okay, still managed to roll a 22.
Well, all right then. And then bonus action. Look to Rum and I'm right? Those were some nice soft hits. Bardic Inspiration on Rum.
You could say that.
And turn.
Alright, then it would move. I have a nice little combat track over here. Now it goes to everybody's favorite character. It goes to good old Louis McCracken.
All right. So, just looking at my long spell list here.
Yeah, I looked at your spell list. I'm like, oh fucking shit.
Yeah. I think I might try out Summon Elemental.
I think that depending on how things work out, my turn might have 4 attacks next turn, but I'm not certain. I'm still doing the math.
Can I ask for a reminder what kind of damage Funeral had dealt, like the damage type?
The unarmed strikes had only dealt bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Okay. I think I will summon a Earth Elemental. Makes sense, we're in a cave. Well, inside a mountain, kind of. And I'm going to cast this at level... just looking at my spell slots here. I'm going to cast this at level 5. So...
Should.
Alright, are you ready to get down armor class and health and stuff?
Just Earth Elemental.
Yeah, Earth Elemental, AC would be 11 plus 5.
I'm just gonna Google the stat block.
Do you want me to screenshot it for you?
No, I can pull it up on my computer, Bunsen.
Okay. Well, the stat block says like 11 plus a spell at the level, and then hit points like 50 plus 10 for each spell level above 4th.
Oh no, this is the monster variant. I mean, I can just trust you on the values.
Alright, so you want me to write these down then?
You can write them down if you want. I'll just trust your judgment on the values.
Alright. Let me get up a text document to write this down, and then... Alright, there we go. Alright, so... AC would be 16, HP 16. Is there anything else I need to decide about? Ooh, this thing has multi-attack. Elemental makes a number of attacks equal to half the spells. Cool. Yeah, alright. Sorry for the holdup. A lot of spells.
He's just going through his spell book like, come on.
Yeah, during the quote-unquote preparation time that she afforded us, I was just flipping through my spell book just casually like, let's see. Yeah, I cast Summon Elemental, and I summon a Earth Elemental for me. Can I get like a
You
colored pawn?
mispronounce it. It's an earth elemental, and it's just a big
There's
manatee.
Rockbird.
Cool. All right. And when does this take its action? It takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands. No action required by you. All right. So once I summon this Earth Elemental, I command it to attack Funeral.
All right.
It does
Go
it.
get him, Rockbird.
Does it immediately following my turn. So that's my action. For bonus action, I got nothing aside from Misty Step. So I'm just going to move backwards, like right here-ish. Just make more distance, you know?
Mhm.
Alright, so that ends my turn, so that means it is Rockbert's turn. I assume that Rockbert is going to approach, and...
Yeah.
All
Give it a
right.
whirl.
Yeah, it gets apparently 2 attacks. Yep, multi-attack. This elemental makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level, and it gets to do a slam attack.
Okay, rock and roll, I guess, then.
Let's see. So the attack is my spell attack modifier to hit. That's +8 on hit now. All right.
That's
Let
pretty good.
me. Yeah. Let me get d20 here. So this is the first roll to hit. That would be 21 to hit then.
All right, that would hit.
All right, and let's see. The damage is 1d10 plus 4 plus the spell's level. So that is 1d10 plus 9
Pretty
bludgeoning damage.
pretty good bludgeoning damage. God, I forgot I accidentally made every single bit of text on the stat block bolded. It's burning my eyes.
All right, so that is 14 damage bludgeoning.
You know, I balanced funeral when I thought we only had 4 people.
Just throw another 20 on there. It'll be
Nah,
fine.
it's okay. She hasn't actually done the big stuff yet. I'm just worried the HP might be a little low.
All right, so that was 14 damage.
Yep,
For the
and
first
you
hit.
get another one of those.
Yep. Roll. That is a 19 to hit.
All right, that one would still hit, yeah.
Okay. And the damage on that. If it'll stop moving. The dice is like twitching back and forth, so it's not stopping. In any case, it landed on a 10, so that's 19 damage. It's just... Yep. Oh, what? It was on 0, but it came out to be 7?
Yeah, we'll use the
What?
10. So
Okay.
that's another 19.
Yep. Bludgeoning damage. Do you think elementals would make noises like roaring or anything? Because if so, then it probably does.
It would just probably sound like grinding stone.
It's like a Pokemon. It just goes rock, 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 rock everywhere it goes.
Rockbird.
Well, I think you're all wrong. I think it goes rawr.
It's a rock and ground type. It intimidatingly grinds its stones at it. How about that?
Literally just a graveler.
It's a really big gravel.
So now it's Liam's turn. Liam says, "This isn't what I wanted." And he raises a hand and points at Rum, and a shot of cool water splashes into Rum, and you feel rejuvenated.
Oh, sweet.
Go ahead and heal 2d6 for me.
Oh, you want me to cast the 2d6?
Yeah, you can roll them if you want. It's 2d6 plus 8.
Okay, that's 9 plus 8, so 17.
This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Oh, but I think you'll find that it is.
How was it supposed to be?
This was just supposed to be a diplomatic mission. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting any of this. Alright,
don't
Brandon, it's
worry
your
about
turn.
it.
Doesn't say once per turn.
What feature are you looking at, honey? Let's read this together.
So I've managed to piece together a bunch of stuff, but the gist of what I'm looking at is the crossbow expert. When you use the attack action to attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow you were holding. I guess the bonus action makes it once per turn, but that's complicated depending on how we get the action economy.
Yeah, no, a bonus action is once per turn. You get one action and one bonus action.
I can probably get 3 attacks off, is the gist of what I'm saying. Potentially. Because I also lose disadvantage when I'm up close. Whatever. Let me see where I am on the map.
Oh.
Honey.
Yes, you are here.
Alright, cool. I guess it's fine if I stay there. So, I'm gonna shift and become a fox man. And then I'm going to point at, I'm gonna point at her and Hunter's Mark. Get her ass!
Batman, eat his ass!
So, I need you to mark off one of my spell slots. Because it's Hunter's Mark, and that should be level 1 spell. Done. Alright. So the next person to hit her is gonna have a really good time. Have fun, I'm now a fox.
And now we go to America's darling, Rainbow.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit funeral with Toll of the Dead.
Alright, that's a wisdom throw, right?
Yeah, 16.
Bink. Alright, yeah, that's an 18 on the save. So I take half damage?
Hold on. Yeah, let me look at that again. I forgot it's half damage.
Toll the Dead is a cantrip. It's not half damage. It's yes or no.
Let me read it just to be sure.
The thing that Toll the Dead is cool for is it's 1d8 unless they've already been hit by somebody else, then it's 1d12.
Alright, it's my turn then.
Alright, and we are back at the top for...
Oh, wait, hold on. I think there is a bonus action, which is, let me look at it. It says, bonus action, it says spells, holy weapon. Can I do that?
Yeah, but it would just buff your weapon for your next
Oh, I don't
attack
want to buff
time.
my weapon. I want to buff someone else's weapon.
Can you use Holy Weapon to buff other people's weapons? I think you
Can
can.
you use it to buff an elemental? Does an elemental count as a weapon?
No.
No, they're unarmed strikes.
Oh.
Let me look at the spell. Holy weapon. I don't remember what level it starts at. That's the problem. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it just says imbue a weapon that you touch with holy power.
Well, you'd have to get over there and touch it.
Alright, where am I? I'm gonna go up right behind Ramen. Let's see. Let me see your weapon, and are you gonna fly? Chev?
Sorry, what did you ask me?
Let me see your weapon, and then you can comply.
I'm not understanding the last part of what you're saying.
Let me see your weapon.
Okay.
Do you comply?
Oh,
Yeah.
do I comply? Okay. I think he said then you can fly, and I was very confused. Okay, so
That's what I heard too, so...
The bargain is accepted.
Right. Hey, yeah, here's my weapon. I'm gonna fly now.
I'm gonna cast holy weapon on it, and then every
What you
weapon
want, little
attack
birdie?
made with it deal an extra 2d8 damage if it hits, and it glows 30 feet of dim light.
I don't know what you
see
did,
that?
but I'm interested to try it out. Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Okay. Does that mean it's my turn then? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're next.
All right. So, Rum is going to make another weapon attack, but first he's going to rage. So let me find where rage is. Mark it off. Okay. And he's also going to attack recklessly to gain advantage. So let me do the roll with advantage. Okay, and that is a 19. I think that hits, right?
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, and then he's going to do... Let's see here. Hold on. I wanted to do... Okay. Okay. He's going to cast his damage attack. That is 11. And then how much did you need? Did you say I get to add?
2d8 radiant damage.
2d8. 11 plus 15. So that is 24 or 26. Excuse me.
How much of that was the radiant?
Shit, I just cleared it. It was 11 was the radiant?
Okay. So it was 26 damage, 11 of which is radiant?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, and what he's going to do is he's going to take this time and he's going to kind of hunker down and swing at her legs, like sweep the legs. And he's going to try and hit her right in the side of the knee, basically. So he
Bonk.
swings and hits. And then he kind of stands up this time. And let's see. Do I get, if I attack recklessly, is that advantage on every attack roll for the turn?
I believe so.
I think it is, okay. So,
Because you're at disadvantage for the rest of the round, so I would have imagined you'd get more than one.
Okay. Alright, so that's a 23 to hit.
More than enough.
And does that, extra damage apply again, Rainbow, or is that just the first time?
Yeah, it lasts like an hour while I'm concentrating on you.
For the record, rules as written, reckless attack doesn't work as only first attack, but I buy the logic that the DM had anyway. Like,
Decide to attack recklessly, giving you
The rulebook is a
attack
guideline.
rolls.
right.
No, it does. No,
it
you're wrong.
specifically says on it. Now I just looked it up. It specifically says on your first attack.
No, it says when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, giving you advantage on your melee weapon attack rolls during this turn.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
It's just if I made that first attack without it, I can't do it on the second roll.
Okay.
I have to choose on the first one.
I misread. I get it. Yep. Okay.
Cool.
My bad.
No worries.
Shouldn't have fucking said anything.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good.
So 2d8, you said, Rainbow?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so that's 8 plus another 8. So that's 8 radiant damage. I won't clear it this time so we can see it. So that's 16 total.
Alright.
And he's going to circle around again. He's just... And he swings back around and hits her in the shoulder this time because he stands up on the spin this time. If that makes sense.
So, like, would he have circled around to behind her then?
No. So he's not moving. So he swings his Morning Star into her knee, and then he kind of bounces off of that and spins backwards, spins around, and then hits her in the left shoulder. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is just bonking.
All right. I hope you're gonna feel that in the morning.
Yes. Come on, get angry. And now, okay, it's time for one of the big ones.
I do not get angry, I just get even.
Okay. Let's see if this hits. Here we go.
Who's she attacking?
Oh, come on.
Ha!
That one.
Nat 1, so that's gonna immediately go to the backup version. That's really shitty.
All bark, no bite, huh?
Did you say that in character?
That's pretty much my experience with... Oh.
I'll say that in character, though.
Louis isn't that bad.
Hey, Majesty, you see?
You've gotten quicker. Let's test your friend, then. Alright, then. Let's see.
Well, you're not gonna test me, huh? You had enough of me?
Let's see here. No, it's a little big. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Centered on. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine then. That's. Yeah. I need a dexterity save out of you, small man.
Fun. A dex save. That is going to have a +7 to it. Where's my die?
That's a
That is
natural
a
20.
nat 20 with a +7.
All right then. That definitely beats the save. Do you have any evasion feats or anything?
Not feats, ability, yes.
Whatever. You know what I meant, asshole.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait,
so do
did I?
you take no damage on a miss?
No, not yet. That's an
So,
improve. I think that it happens in 1 or 2 more levels of rogue.
okay, so you still take half damage on the fail. I'll give you quarter damage because you got a nat 20.
I was gonna say, well, if I do use my reaction for uncanny dodge, it halves the damage that I receive. And if I was receiving damage, I was gonna use that.
Yeah, don't
so.
bother with the feature. I'm just gonna give you quarter damage on the d20. Besides, you're gonna need it. You might want to clench for this.
Yeah. All right. How much is it? And what was it, for that matter? What was I dodging?
A gigantic force of green energy. Okay, so that would be 49. We'll call that 12.
12 for quarter damage?
12 for quarter damage. 12 force
Hot
damage.
fuck. All right.
Also, there's a huge explosion, and it whistles slightly as it travels.
It doesn't break my concentration on Rockbird, does it?
I mean, did it hit you?
No. Just making sure. And also, as a gentle reminder, or so just a gentle letting you know, I do have to keep concentration on the summon elemental. Because I don't think I mentioned that before.
That didn't go as well as I thought it would. You're talented. Perhaps it's time I stop playing like a child and take this seriously. Funeral claps her hands together and spreads them apart, and as she does, a sword-shaped like piece of fire manifests, and she grasps it by its handle and swings it at the elemental.
Oh.
Hey, that's more like it, Funeral.
What if the elementals sound like Reggie Gigas?
Yes. No,
Alright,
I
so
have
is that...
they just sound like, dude, you gotta summon an ice elemental so we can get that. That was a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right, let's roll some d12s, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
All right, that's 9 bludgeoning and 15 fire damage on the earth elemental.
9 plus 15, so that's 24 damage?
Yeah, 24 total.
Okay. What's bludgeoning, though, on a sword?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not sharp. It's made out of fire.
Fair.
That's one of the core balancing things for Funeral. She does almost entirely bludgeoning or force damage.
Gotcha.
A little bit of fire, but...
Alright. So yeah, the elemental, I guess, loses a sizable chunk of rock off its shoulder.
Well then, alright. Up next is... that would be Locke.
That would be Locke. Oh, Your Majesty. Finally. Playing with real fire.
I'm gonna take this
I
back.
appreciate it. As for you... sorry if this is too much for, like, in combat. I know it's only supposed to be, like, 6 words.
Oh, who cares?
Okay. As for you, priest man...
Priest is not in the combat. He's behind the sealed off wall.
Oh, who was she talking to, or who was it that said that they expected this to be a diplomatic mission?
That was Liam.
Oh, okay. Liam, do you really believe the queen to be that stupid. If this were a diplomatic mission, I would not be here. And
I suppose
Locke's
you're right.
Locke's going to draw his short bow and take a shot. Is a 15 plus 7 is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
I need you guys to start missing, for fuck's sake.
My sneak attack is.
Have not even
3d6,
got an attack in.
and Rum is right up on her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
that's
the
gonna have
elemental
sneak
is too.
attack.
It'll have sneak
That's-
attack.
So that's gonna be 46 plus 3.
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
If I can get, I'm not having any luck clicking my dice bag and getting it to roll in chat. I don't know why.
No, you don't click the dice bag. In the red tray,
Oh.
you click these buttons over here.
Okay.
I don't know why it uses these pipped dice for a d6. It's weird.
So that's 19 damage on the sneak attack.
I'm going to subtract this damage, and then we're going to take a quick break because I need to use the restroom. I will return shortly. I'm sorry, guys.
So we're talking 5
I'll return
minutes or
shortly as well.
And now a word from our sponsors.
I am my own
I
sponsor.
am
What do you
just
mean?
drawing. I'm literally just sitting here fucking drawing, waiting for my turn. I don't have access to my tablet. I used to actually draw during D&D. It gave me something to do if we were in a lot of combat-heavy situations, like at the end of, like before we took a break on Solstice. So I was just like, oh, okay, like I know it's gonna be like a good bit of time before my next turn because there's like 8 people in front of me. I'm gonna just kind of vibe and draw for a bit until my turn crops up, and I'm like, yep, here I am.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Anyway,
So is that your whole turn?
it is not, in fact. Bonus action, I am going to... Where is it? I know I read it. Yeah, so I'm going to use my Master of Tactics ability. Bonus action, use the help action as a bonus action to help Rum in his next attack against her. So that'll manifest as... Rum, I know you don't like me, but I know you don't like her more. You should hit her hard. Then
Okay.
that's turn.
Up
so-
next.
Rum, you'll have advantage on your next attack.
Oh, sweet.
I just realized I accidentally ignored the advantage I had on Chev for that big attack, but I don't really care.
You didn't attack me.
Yeah, I did. I
You
just
attacked-
missed
you
you.
attacked me
That's
the-
why-
That
me the
actually
first-
reminds me that technically, I think it might have been Chev that would have used it, would have had advantage last time on the Hunter's Mark? Or is... I don't
I
remember
think it's
what
only
Hunter's
for
Mark...
me nowadays is the thing, because I was reading the Hunter's Mark.
Eh,
It's supposed to deal an extra 1d6 damage, but it doesn't state that it has to be, like, me, but it also doesn't state that it can be the rest of my team. It just says, until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to
except at
target.
game state. We'll just move past it.
So what is the deal
Okay.
with concentration? Can I not cast any of the spells?
You can't
can't
cast any
cast
spells that
another-
require a concentration. Spells should tell you if they need concentration.
Okay.
And then you
Most-
have to make a con save if you get hit
Yeah.
The
to
DC
maintain.
is the DC is either half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Hi, I'm back.
So you attacked me
Bunsen,
that
it's
last
your
turn,
turn.
missed, and then attacked somebody else? Is that what happened?
Yeah, the attack
Oh,
rebounded
okay.
off of you and went towards him.
I see, okay.
If I had hit you, that would have been 12d6 to your face.
Except
Ooh.
I have a reaction that it would have triggered.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, I can still cast non-concentration spells while concentrating, right?
Yes. We literally
Okay.
just had this discussion, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got back.
Yeah,
Can I ask about the proportions of the supposed coffin behind funeral?
It's about eyeballing it. It's about
For example, if I were to throw, I don't know, some kind of explosive behind her, would I be able to? Does it take up space so I couldn't do that, or
it takes up space, but it's only about as tall as it's only about 4 or 5 feet off the ground.
okay? So if I were to have some sort of magical fiery explosion of some sort behind her, it could
Are you
hit
gonna
her.
are you
But
gonna
not.
throw a fireball back there?
Well, I mean, why not? Right?
I mean, sure.
Well,
Yeah.
now I want to know how wide this is and the dimensions of this tombstone behind her.
It's not really a tombstone. It's kind of just a big flat rock.
Can we all sit on there and set up camp there? Is it that big or?
Oh yeah, it's more than big enough. It's
Okay.
it's like the size of you're underneath a mountain, like a small mountain, but a mountain. It's pretty big. It's just this section is rather small. The area you're fighting in.
Okay.
Well, bottom line, I can
Like, have
cast
you guys
fire.
have you guys played Dark Souls 3?
No.
No.
All right. Never mind then. You're casting Fireball?
Yes. I'm going to cast it behind her such that my allies and my elemental does not get in the blast. So,
Bank shot. That's a dex save on my part, right?
yes, dex save of 16. And I'm going to be casting this at level...
Ooh, that's not a good save.
I'm going to be casting that at level 4.
Yeah, I only got an 11.
Okay, that is 96. I'm just going to click that on D&D Beyond because God, I don't want to roll that. That is 40 fire damage, and even if she were to have a fire resistance, I have elemental adept, so that is not resisted.
Does it bypass
resistible.
specifically fire resistance?
Yes,
Okay.
I can read it if you want.
Despite your fire adeptness, you notice that she doesn't seem to be affected that much by the fire.
For a second, I thought you said you had to roll 96 dice, and I was like, wow, this is doing a lot of damage.
Interesting.
Actually,
Does it bypass
elemental
all resistance?
spells you cast ignore resistance to fire damage, and when you roll damage for a spell you cast that deals fire damage, you treat anyone on a damage die as 2. It's actually as 41 done.
Okay, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna rule that as only being effective against specific fire resistance, and greater magic resistance would still apply, because I imagine that's a higher power.
Okay.
Because there are some things that say ignore any resistance, like the feat that fucking Rainbow's character has about their necrotic damage ignores any resistance. That specifically lists fire resistance as the thing it ignores, so I'm choosing to believe that language is intentional.
Okay.
Regardless,
So what you're telling me is that she has a flash fire Pokemon ability.
She's singed lightly, but it doesn't seem to be all that effective.
Okay.
You should know better than to attack me with magic.
I don't know what you expect. I'm a wizard.
I would expect you to have steered clear. But a mage as powerful as you might aid me in what I'm trying to do.
He just
Well,
shrugs still.
how about one like this? And Liam raises his hand, and 3 Eldritch Blast tentacles, Eldritch Blasts that look like tentacles, whip out and attempt to strike Funeral.
Wait, Rockbert hasn't taken his turn yet.
Well, take Rockbert's turn then.
Okay. So in response to what Funeral had said, Louis still has his blank smile and just shrugs like, oh. Meanwhile, Rockbert takes his attacks. So let's see, that's 2 attacks again. If I can bring up the sheet. That is... Right, that is my spell attack modifier on hit. So that's plus 8. Alright. D20. That is a 12 to hit. Probably does not hit, does it?
Nope, she swats it away.
Alright. That is worse, so that doesn't hit either.
Oh, goody. You missed twice.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm gonna have Funeral use a reaction here.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to give me Rockbert's dexterity saving throw.
Rockbert's dexterity saving throw. Well, his dex is 15, so that'd be +2, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Assuming you're
dexterity
not
saving
proficient.
throw. Yeah. I assume that if it doesn't specify things don't have proficiency.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 10.
Ooh, that's a fail. So, after the second missed attack, Funeral... Does Rockbert have a head?
Yes. He vaguely has a head of some sort.
Okay. Funeral grabs Rockbert's head and, with a mighty heave, swings Rockbert around and throws him into the wall.
How much damage would that be?
Let's find out together. How much damage did I tell that to do? Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Alright, that's going to be 24 bludgeoning. And it's over there now.
Alright.
Why is Rome upside down?
He's been drinking again.
So where exactly is the wall that he's
He slammed into this wall.
Okay. Alright, he's still standing though. I'm sure he grinds his now chipped rocks in reaction.
Come on! Show me!
Since it's not the end of his turn yet, was he prone?
Yes, he was prone.
Alright, so he uses half his movement and then is able to move 20 feet. How far would 20 feet be?
Each tile's 5.
Okay, so... Would you say, like, about here-ish then?
Yeah, about there.
Okay. Because it gets 40 feet of movement, believe it or not.
Yeah. I need to resize the pawns. I'll do that next time.
Okay.
But, yeah. Does that end his turn?
Yes.
Right, now it's Liam's turn. So now Liam gets to do the Eldritch Blasts. All of which connect, but again, don't seem to visually do much. I think she's resistant to magic. The fireball didn't clue you in on that. There isn't much I can do here.
Fine.
I'm in that same boat, Sonny.
At least you can summon a giant creature.
Magic is the tool for those who just aren't good enough.
It's now the ranger's turn.
No, I can use crossbow like pistol.
What's a pistol?
He's very tired.
Allow me
So
to
use
get my
crossbow
get.
like Glock.
Allow me to
In
get my
Soviet
get.
Russia, a pistol shoot you.
Oh, boop, there goes that.
You call it Russian roulette for a reason.
Alright, so I get 2 shots with my crossbow.
2 shots of
I have
vodka.
crossbow expertise, which means I don't have to worry about the reload. Yeah!
One shot arrow, one shot vodka.
Yes.
The Moskov handshake, as we call
Honey,
it.
did you forget you have to do this for me?
So, what is the plus to hit on these attacks?
Hon, you have my character sheet!
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Are you doing this with the light crossbows?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna be
1d8 plus 5. Let's see, the d20 plus 11. Go ahead.
fucking hell. Well, that still manages to miss.
It did not even roll, it just spawned!
You hit with the other one, though.
On a miss, I can re-roll it. I can roll a second attack as a bonus action.
Alright, that means you're not gonna make the crossbow expert attack, then.
No. When I... The head of it... Let me go find the fucking thing, because it's somewhere in here.
Features.
God, do I know that mood, though. I've been doing that all night, and I thought I knew this character.
Okay. At the start of your first turn of each combat, your walking speed increases by 10 feet, which lasts until the end of that turn.
Oh,
If you
okay.
take the attack action on that turn...
Yeah, I get it. When you
Not that
miss,
one.
you can make another attack. Okay.
Yeah.
One more then. Hey, you hit with both of them.
Alright, cool.
So that is an amount of damage. It's
Do
gonna
I
be
use my bonus action for that
2d8
or
plus
not?
10 in total. Oh, the d8s are red.
Alright, it does not take up my bonus action. She also takes a d6. Because of Hunter's Mark.
Okay,
Sweet.
that's a good amount of damage.
Drop second Hunter's Mark on her. I guess the question becomes, is it any of my allies deal damage, or anyone deals damage to her, or is it just me? The problem is the source doesn't specify, and I know some DMs rule it as anyone, and other DMs rule it as just the ranger.
Seems like it's written as just you, but I understand why DMs would rule it as anyone.
Yeah.
Because, like, in basically every other game, that sort of ability is your allies do.
Yeah, no, it's stupid that it only affects you. Hunter's Mark is supposed to
Cool.
affect everybody.
Sweet. Whoever wants to hit her next, you get an extra d6.
Is that magic
And-
damage or is that just weapon damage?
I think it's just. I think it's. Let me. Honey, I need to see. I can't tell because I don't have the thing up.
Is...
It just says damage.
It just says damage.
I guess just whatever type of damage it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Does a little more.
Presume
Yeah.
it's whatever type you
Alright.
already dealt.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I guess so.
Alright. Turn is over. You may go ahead.
Alright, time for the crow.
I'm gonna try to cast Toll of the Dead on Funeral again.
Bong.
Bing bong.
What's the DC? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I failed that.
15.
Yeah, I
And
rolled a 2.
that does 3d8 necro damage.
No, I do 3d12. I've taken damage.
Oh, wait, how do I do that roll?
Just you can just roll it on your dice tray here. Just roll 3d12s.
Oh, I thought there might have been a clever way to do that on the thing. All right, I'll do it here. 3d12s. Well, what does it look like?
It'd be the one right before the 20. So that one. Nope, that's a 10.
Oops.
I caught it. Be gone.
Did I roll it?
Alright, that's one of them. You need to roll 2 more. You
Four.
can rapid click them. 4 plus. So that'd be 19. Yep. That is enough to put her to the point where she grins. Oh,
Do I do the extra dice that
Yeah.
mark thing?
Yeah, an extra d6.
That's just regular dice.
I have bad news, which is I think I'm starting to fall in love with Leaf.
Stop it.
I think I want to have him in another campaign someday as a player.
But Funeral grins. Interesting. I hadn't anticipated you to be this strong. No matter.
Awful happy about getting your ass kicked there.
Let me see if I have any things I can do.
Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, you can.
You have to roll perception check. Do you forget?
I got a 17.
I got a 1. I don't want
Jesus,
to do
Rainbow.
this anymore.
Isn't that the second perception check you've not won, Rainbow?
This
I'm
is the
gonna-
third one I did on the
Alright, Brayden, you rolled an 8.
website.
I'm gonna
What's
add my
my
bonus
bardic
to
inspiration
perception,
to
honey?
it.
So that's 14. Anybody who got above a 10
At
would
13.
notice that 2 figures can be seen just above the plateau from behind. It's a long way away, but you can see them apparently seemingly enter. It's just two simple-looking Dragonborn in armor.
Okay.
Locke will, Hi! Who's joining us this late in the fight?
Looks like we got company.
It seems like you would. I couldn't trust them to do anything quietly. Fools!
She's summoning ads.
Oh, what a surprise. She's
It is
got
Rum's
something
turn.
up her sleeve and not being completely honest with us.
Why
Oh,
are
you
summoning
fools.
for fools when you already stand before me, your majesty?
You are fools. You've failed to consider one simple thing.
That you're evil and you suck and we shouldn't have trusted you?
No, I figured you would have known that coming in.
Fair.
You gonna make attacks, Rum?
Yeah. So, yeah, so it's just gonna be, I got advantage this time, right? From something, was it something Rainbow did?
Yeah.
My
Okay.
bonus
got
held
two.
action.
So
Yeah, you
You
got-
got 2d8
2d8.
extra.
No, well, that's for the weapon, but then I also have advantage on the attack roll, right?
Yeah, you got 2d8 extra from Rainbow. You have advantage on your first attack for the help action.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm not gonna do a reckless attack then. So I'm just gonna roll advantage. And that's a 22 to hit.
Alright, don't even bother rolling damage, just describe a fatal blow to me.
Oh! Wait, Funeral doesn't die though, right?
No, describe a
find
fatal
out.
blow to me.
Okay. Well, he's gonna take the. Well, I want to say that he's gonna have made one attack where he loves the double attack, so he's gonna attack once low, and then he's going to this time spin, but halfway through the spin, he's just going to take the other end of the Morning Star and jam it right into her face to spear through the face to finish her off.
Yep. And it's going to be gross, the skull shatters, blood goes everywhere, she slumps over and falls to the ground dead.
Well, that was unexpected. What?
Not really. And you would see green energy seeming to seep out of the corpse. From it, a spectral version of the person you just killed appears. Honestly, that body was getting pretty old.
Well, that's not surprising.
Another one to kill. How fun.
6 years
Really
with this
just-
bitch, and you'd think I wouldn't be surprised, but here we are.
No. The thing you... Did I just open the console? Yeah, I did. The thing you people failed to think about, failed to even consider, is that for thousands of years, the Black Dragonborn as a culture could keep one hell of a secret. You'll notice, by the way, that this specter looks different than Funeral did in some ways. It's a bit larger in size. It has different facial features. The eyes are a slightly different color.
She knows the recipe for the KFC chicken.
Yeah, she knows the 11 herbs and spices to by heart.
She knows
One of them is
Victoria's
salt.
secret.
Yeah, no, she's, it's okay. Just imagine Funeral in her underwear. Oh no, she's hot.
You did promise me a striptease. I'm glad that you...
For anybody can make a history check at this point.
Jeez, I'm almost afraid I'm gonna get another natural
Right?
one, but
11.
I'm going.
Rainbow, if you roll
Give this
another
one a
nat one, I'm
go.
gonna drop a rock on your character.
Honey,
I got a 7.
I got 16.
I'm gonna give this one a go.
25.
Give
Honestly,
history
Funeral,
check for relief.
you're so pompous. Even if we had considered that you had a secret, what would you expect us to do?
Hun, you got a fat
I
3.
don't trust this die thing, this tray, because it's giving rainbow ones and it's just fucking you and I over.
Oh, I'm
I
not
don't
using
think
the
it's
track.
good at rolling.
Yeah, Rainbow's not using the tray, honey.
Oh, really?
I'm just unlucky, honey. You have to consider that.
I need to go find my dice at some.
But
You didn't even check my fucking stuff.
yeah, because you need a DC of 20 to make this check, honey.
Cool.
Well, I got 25, so hit me with it.
you would be at least moderately familiar with the various. I have imagined you've gone on an art heist or two.
You could say that.
You're familiar with famous tapestries and paintings of the 6 heroes who saved the world, and you will notice that this figure looks stunningly similar to the hero of Guile herself.
Wait, the traitor hero?
No, the hero of
Oh.
Guile, not the false hero.
Oh, okay.
Convincing trick you have there, Your Majesty, looking like the hero of Guile.
Oh my god, I adore you.
That's not a good
Good.
sign, by the way, Mr. Locke. I would.
You
Honest-
should. I'm fucking adorable.
Honestly,
Are you
having
gonna go
been
make
alive,
out?
honestly, having been alive for around 1,300 years, give or take, your years anyway. We used a different measurement back then. You think I would grow tired of the stupidity of mortals, but honestly, you never cease to surprise me. Anyway, and the spirit would flutter over here, and it would enter one of the 2 dragonborns, like through like the mouth holes, like the mouth and the nose and the eyes.
Right,
And-
demonic possession style.
Very
Yes.
rapidly, the body would form cracks, and the body would explode outward, and standing there would be a, admittedly very naked, exact copy of Funeral. Ah, that feels so much better.
You
You get the fuck
on
out
my
of here.
clothes.
I can just, and she snaps her fingers, and she's got her armor back on. Where's my? Oh, and she looks at like a burnt pile of cloth. The wizard burned my robe.
I quickly cast
Very
thermology,
nice
and I make
robe
it
to
sound like
begin
she
with.
farted.
We can steal you a better one.
I quickly cast thermology, and I make it sound like she farted.
No, you don't.
Why didn't I think of that when I'm the DM?
Honestly,
just gonna say that. No, you don't.
How ruined is the state of the road?
The room, despite a few scorch marks from where the
No,
fireball.
the robe.
The robe. Oh, it's toast. It's gone.
Okay. Because they do have mending, for what's worth.
Man, I made that by hand like 40, 50 years ago. I really liked that.
Oh, no wonder it was so shabby.
Oh, sorry, you went to combat with it. I'm not sure what you expected.
I didn't expect you to throw a fireball at the tomb of the one above all. Leon's like, are we still fighting?
You did seemingly challenge us to desecrate your so-called holy place.
I mean, the desecration doesn't matter. This place being sacred really is a side thing. I just said that to sound cool. But it does
You and
seem
I
that
are much more alike than I think you care to admit, Your Majesty.
probably. But it does seem that I'm just gonna imagine that the elemental is like hurtling towards her at this point.
You do?
Yeah, like I'm imagining that the elemental is still programmed in waste this fuck mode.
Well, it does have specific instructions about this. The creature is an ally to you and your companions in combat. The creature shares your initiative count but takes a turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands, no action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger. So it really depends on if this is still considered combat or not.
I mean, I guess we could, but
I think, at least I'm getting this vibe, so I think Rockbert might be getting the same vibe, that combat's kind of considered over right now.
interestingly, you are more powerful than I imagined. It's my own body that's somewhat lacking. And as much as I think we'd all love to be here all day killing me over and over again, I have a feeling we'd both get pretty bored of that. And besides, I wasn't even trying to kill you.
We definitely get bored. I prefer a challenge as opposed to whatever child's play you've brought us.
A challenge, Interesting wording.
Careful what you wish for, Mr. Locke.
A similar
Oh.
green energy bolt appears in her hand and flies at the wall where you had entered, blowing it open again.
I'm standing right here!
She would have aimed over your head. Give me a
Okay.
dex save.
Oh boy, this is not gonna be good.
It's like a
Oh,
dex.
that's actually a natural 20, so that's 18.
Yeah, fucking Mr. Magoo dives out of the way.
I get caught by Rockbert. If you'll allow it.
Yeah. The 6 of you have a 5-hour head start.
That's 4 hours too many, but I'll take it.
Head start on what?
Running.
For what? I don't understand.
From you, please.
Oh, not just from me. Although, to be honest, I think if I took this seriously, I could probably take a few of you out of me every pass. In reality, my physical strength isn't the highest among my peers yet. I'm more waiting for them to cultivate their abilities before I think to even try to steal their bodies. No. What you'll be running from is everyone else. I'm going to relay a message to my people that you 6 are no longer welcome in my domain. And you will be able to do with that information whatever you want. The camp behind you is well and cleared. We're preparing. Come this time in... What do you people use? Fortnights?
We live in the same realm.
Yes, but...
I am not interested in Fortnite, no thank you.
Just build, lol. Regardless, 14 sun cycles from now, I am going to launch a full-scale invasion on the people below.
We're all gonna
With
get
all
corpse
of my
humped.
lieutenants and people. And that is the second reason why you are all here. If you want to stop this, you'll have to get off of my mountain.
What if we just don't care?
You seem to be mistaking me for someone who would want to stop chaos.
It won't be chaos, it will be subjugation. You included.
Trust me,
I
Mr.
won't
Locke, you
stop.
don't know what you're getting yourself into.
No, trust me. This one can tell you. When people like you pique my interest, I like to keep them. And trust me, I think I'm going to enjoy the 6 of you for a good long while. Maybe not that one, pointing at the crow. That's not really my thing.
We are like that play. We are like play. Deadliest game.
You are certainly missing out if roast chicken dinner isn't your thing.
I'm not going to eat you. Well, again, maybe the bird.
That's what he meant.
No. You can ask the Goliath about what lies in store for you. But you will be being hunted. And like you've said, perhaps 5 is too many. You've an hour from where you stand.
Been being hunted all my life. I thought I asked for a challenge.
Come on,
Just
Mr.
see
Locke.
Leaf turn around
We're
and
gonna
start,
need
and just
that
leave
hour.
the doorway.
And if only.
You don't know what you're up against.
I don't need to know what I'm up against because I know that I'm better than it.
Roman's gonna try and urge, like, to push Locke's shoulder to try and turn you around to get you to take advantage of this hour that we're given to get a head start.
Are you saying that it's time to go?
Indeed.
You know what? I got a solution to this. I'm gonna
Well-
cast silence on Locke. I was
Is this? Are we getting close to a good place to call it for this first one?
Pretty close, in like just a little bit.
Okay.
So, well, I guess if it's time to go, then we better be for going.
So as we leave, Rum is going to lean
Oh.
into Locke and say, "You're pretty great, yeah?
I'm fantastic. What do you mean?
I just want to make sure that that you are aware of what's about to happen to you. But you seem like you already know. You're pretty smart. So surely
I
you
know
know
many
that.
things.
So surely you know that the best course of action is to not get captured by Funeral or her minions."
Oh, absolutely. I have no intention of any of us getting captured, but myself especially.
Alright, she does seem to take a particular liking to you, and I can personally speak for what happens when she takes a personal liking to you.
This is bad.
I am
Well,
going to
she
tell
will.
you.
Liam is sweating. This is bad. This is very bad.
I
Louis
am
gets
going to tell you this now. As long as you stay with me, the mountains will not be a problem. Neither will the snow, and neither will any mystical forests we may happen to find in the region be. I wandered through like one of those once. It was just kind of there, and then it was gone.
No,
She
you
could-
people don't seem to understand. We can't leave if we wanted to.
Why is that?
Where's the boat?
Are we
Says
on
we
an
have to
island?
leave by river.
I have a small map here, but it's the same as the map over here, but none of the landmarks are marked.
I would
Proficiency in
leave would
navigator tools, so
I would like to have a moment for Leaf to grab map, look at it, and then hand it back to Liam. Like,
But I don't have any
know where
landmarks. I don't
am.
have the faintest idea of where we are. Everything in this damn
I know
mountain
where
range
we
looks
are. I
exactly
know
the same.
these. I know these mountains like the back of my hand. Everything's a
besides,
little
we're-
different than what I remember, but it's mostly the same.
And besides, wouldn't
Geographically.
and
Louis
besides,
Louis
wouldn't
gets
that be pretty predictable if we just followed the river?
Louis gets set down on the ground by Rockbert, and Louis walks up to Rum and says, "Not good. Are you saying that you know this area?"
What the hell do you keep calling me, little gremlin?
For the record, he's not short. He's just old.
Oh, he's not short. I pictured it. I
Short
pictured him
compared to
as
a
like a
Goliath,
little, like
though.
short
Yeah,
old man.
compared to a Goliath, yeah.
Well, compared to Goliath, sure.
Okay.
What
the hell do you keep calling me, old man?
Well, not good. I summoned you, and I said you weren't gold.
My name's Rob. You would do kindly to call me by my name, please.
Fine. So, if you know these mountains, do you know where we are within these mountains?
Do I? I assume I do, but I don't know.
If you would look at the map, because this is where you were held, you would probably
Well, this is also where
know...
I grew up, right?
Yeah.
The mountains.
Yeah, this is the mountain range where your character grew up, but like this camp specifically was where you were held. So you would know where it would be located.
Okay.
So, yeah. But as you exit, you notice that despite all of the ones that looked like warriors and priests having left seemingly a while ago, many of the people bound in chains are still there, milling about, doing the things they were supposed to do.
how many people are bound in chains?
There's one standing next to you. There's one like resting next to you on the on the small raised stone, and then there's 4 milling about doing smithing work or cooking work, almost as if they
Okay.
expect people to be back here soon.
And this is a tent.
So I'm going to the one that's right next to me. You there? Why are you in chains?
The creature only mutters in Draconic. Foolish
Is
mortal.
it
Foolish soft skin. I don't understand what you expected out of her.
I am going to take a moment to look at Rum and say, I need to know what your preference is in this region. I have come up here and tracked many different things for many years here, but I would like to know where you think is the most interesting, since you've lived here much longer than I have.
Well, I've been held in this camp for quite a long time, so I would prefer somewhere far from here. I assume where he grew up is not near this camp, right?
Yeah, no, your hometown would probably be either nearby or within the large Goliath settlement of Kileta.
Yeah.
so
Okay, and
Locke's
we're
going
where here?
Yeah, we are at Funerals Court, yes.
Okay, and this is how long is the travel between there and here?
It would be about a full day's travel.
We
Oh,
can
that's
make
it?
that.
Okay.
That is not problem. Difficult terrain will not be issue.
Well, we have an hour to find a place to hide or a path to travel that we're not going to be seen. I suggest we head through the Sujin River. It's going to be quite cold though, so y'all better you all better stay with what's your character's name, Brad?
My character's name is Leaf.
Leaf, that's right. Leaf stick.
You won't need to worry about the water, Liam says. I have the ability to manipulate it. It shouldn't
You
be a
all
problem.
stay close to Leaf. The code don't bother me none.
So I'm
By the way,
going to.
that dragon, the young dragonborn in chains, one looks decrepit, almost as if it was thrust into this slavery role due to its malformed, broken body. And the way it spoke to you in Draconic was if it wasn't expecting you to understand and was in a very demeaning tone.
Is
So
this
I'm
smoke?
going to speak back to it in Draconic, saying, "Well, you might be a rude little scaly bastard, but regardless, those chains don't become you. As I do, that's going to trigger a casting of knock on whatever's locking the chains.
Like, on the shackles themselves or on the base?
Choose an object that you can see within range. The object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles. So
Like, it would knock them off?
it would unlock them. So it would
it's
make
an
them.
unlock spell.
Yeah.
So, like, the shackles around her
basically-
wrists and ankles would come off.
Yeah.
Fool. You think I know? You think I don't know that? It's a matter of staying alive.
Does this
And the Dragonborn would clasp the shackles back onto itself.
Dragonborn
if-
seem familiar to Rum?
You would remember it as one you would have met in being kept as the one of the personal pets of Funeral.
But it's
My
not
mother's-
smoke.
My mother's temperament is unmanageable. That she was charitable.
You call me fool, and yet are too blind to see the freedom before your very eyes.
Look at my decrepit form, stranger. How far do you think I would make it in that cold? I can barely hobble out of this camp.
I have brethren who serve my nameless 13th, who are far more decrepit than you. You just don't believe in yourself. You must not be
What
the
reason would I
best.
have to?
Look at me, I'm 82, and I'm feeling spry as ever. I say as Rockbert carries me.
I say this to you to be the kindest that I can in my current state.
Kindness is not necessarily a virtue. Go on.
You have no hope. The 6 of you will die in these mountains.
I've never had any hope. You speak nothing I don't know.
So I never got an answer, but Rum doesn't recognize this as smoke, right?
Rum wouldn't recognize this as smoke, no, just the same Dragonborn he met in captivity.
Well,
The fact that you think
wasted
such
enough
is
of my-
probably the reason why she's got such an attentive eye towards you in particular. Becoming a chattel
I've
will break
wasted
you.
enough of my head start speaking with ungrateful scaleskins. So
You have wasted much of our head start. It is not only you, it is all of
And
us.
I thought you didn't need it.
gather in. It'll be okay. Loch Lamora always gets out of things.
If you want
And
Yes, well, my
survival.
name is not Locke Lamora. Let's get moving.
as we gather in, if anybody who actually gathers in when I say gather in, is that everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
anyone not do it?
That's gonna does
Yeah.
anyone not do it?
Gather in, like, around you?
Like a huddle. Not necessarily around me, but we're making
Okay.
a circle together.
Rum is definitely not going to huddle.
Okay.
Dark
Well,
Room
so
does not huddle.
in that case, it'll wind up being a level 3 and a level 2, but castings of Longstrider on everybody but Rum. Everybody's move speed is an extra 10 feet per move for the next hour.
If you do truly want to escape this place, because I'll be frank with you here. I've met, out of the 5 of her various hands, I've met 3 of them, and they are far stronger than the 6 of you put together. And you're a fool if you think my mother wasn't holding back, testing you. If she thought that a simple fight with you fools was going to crack reality, You're
Rum
very
leaves.
much mistaken.
Rum starts to head towards the Sujin River.
Well,
Scoff all you want, Ikari.
sure that, since you find yourself in such a decrepit state, you probably style yourself some sort of false prophet, but I've had enough of your ramblings. I gotta go. And Locke's gonna follow Rum.
I'll also
So-
follow being carried by Rockbert.
So you do
I'm gonna
value
follow-
your survival.
Oh, I value my survival.
Well, then
I
let's
just
get
like
a
to
move
have
on.
fun while doing it.
This is not going to be
That.
fun, let me tell you that. We've got
That
a long,
depends on your
treacherous...
definition of fun,
We
good
have a
sir.
24-hour treacherous journey through the mountain. Actually, is it going to take us longer since we're kind of going a longer way?
It's roughly. I factored that in a rough 24 hours.
Okay. We got roughly about 1 day to travel across the river through this season is extremely cold, and we got to make it back to my village. I don't know what to expect to find there. Everywhere I've been seems different somehow from what I remember, yet familiar.
Please remember to watch out. If snow seems really weird in area, don't step there. Trust me. Probably a hole.
She's got a good point.
So you're all just gonna exit
Appreciate
the
the
camp?
warning, but falling doesn't bother me.
It does when it's a pit 20 feet down in the snow. And none of us
20
are able to get to you.
20 feet is nothing.
So you're all gonna exit the camp then?
Of course.
Yeah, I believe that's the general.
Okay. So once you make it out of the camp, you're met with a sight. Hold on, I don't want to select that one. You're met with a sight
Wrong
of
button.
about 12 odd guys and that priest fellow. Now, hold on just a minute.
I don't
You see-
have a minute. Get out of my way.
Cute that you think you can talk to me like that.
I talk to anybody how I wish. Thanks.
Locke just dies.
Can you give me a dexterity save, Locke?
Oh my god, he actually does die.
Let me get back over to my side of the table. I was looking at the map. Sorry. So that is a bad one.
All right, he's gonna go ahead and just
It's not a
Pick me
nat
up.
one, but
yeah, but like it's probably not more than 15.
no. It's a 9. That's 2 on the dice, but a 9 on the save. So
Yeah.
goddamn it anyway.
Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and grasp you by the throat and pick you up. Care to run that by me again?
I tried to warn you, Locke.
So as he does, that's gonna wind up triggering a that's second level. So I'm gonna cast Gift of Gab.
What
So
does that do?
it's a fun one. It's definitely from one of the bonus. So when you cast this spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of listeners in your immediate area, so that each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said within the last 6 seconds. Those creatures then remember that you actually said the words you speak as the verbal component of the spell. So
are?
the verbal component of the spell will be: what information do you have, priest? But I'm only going to choose him and his compatriots to be targeted by that. So the party still remembers.
Oh,
The
Rum
party still
doesn't...
remembers.
Okay. I thought I was
Yeah,
affected
the
too.
party will. No, it's a choice thing. So the
Can you
party
select?
will still.
Can you selectively choose who does that?
Yes. So that each creature of your choice.
Okay.
So the party will still remember me saying I speak to anyone however I want.
Mm-hmm.
but the priest will and his followers will have heard or recall me saying, "What information do you have, priest?"
Right. Why am I holding you like this? Oh well, I'm gonna keep doing it. You want to know what kind of information
You better
I
be
have?
careful. You better be careful. Sorry, this would be more through a. You better be careful, priest. You might turn me on.
Oh,
Whoa, this
God.
is not an R-rated stream.
It is now.
That's just gonna. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just. Let me just. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and say he disgustedly throws you to the ground. You got a way of ruining everything. You damn soft skins.
Oh, it's my best feature, and trust me, there are so many great ones to pick from.
You want information? Here's what I'm telling you. Don't bother going back to that boat of yours.
We're not.
Oh,
Rum.
then why the hell did I burn it down then? What should I have burned down?
Rum, I am going to tell you not to tell anyone anything that we're doing or where we're going.
You realize it's all futile, right? I didn't tell him where we're going. I just told him we're not going to the boat because we already knew we couldn't go
Fair
to the
enough.
boat.
You burned
Fair
it
enough.
down because you have no control over your own emotions. But that's okay.
You talk like one of them fancy folk down south. The ones that think they can just solve every problem by gabbing their little gums and just deciding that, oh, I'm smarter than you. I automatically win this encounter.
Hey, does this count against our time?
Yes.
It
What
absolutely counts
I was-
against our time.
I was just told to wait out here and kill you. I'm not gonna do that though. That's boring.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair. She told us we had an hour.
She told you you had an hour? I only got 30 minutes.
I should know better than to stick
Appreciate
around
your-
with the
Which one
rest of the
Which
rest
one
of
is the
you.
new favorite? Is it the Goliath again?
Oh, please. Do you really have to ask that question?
Rum
Oh, I
rolls
will
his
throw
eyes.
you into the water. Regardless, I'm here to give you a
Surely-
little more information.
Surely it's obvious that
Well,
she would take a liking to that one, and he points at Locke.
Here to give you a little more information. We're not exactly going to be hunting you down. Don't expect to get jumped. But I'm just going to go ahead and say this. You'd better try your hardest to get out of this place. Because there's only about 2 weeks left until the winter season starts. You won't, not even you will survive the cold out here, Goliath.
I've survived out here for my entire life. What are you talking about?
You haven't been out here. You haven't been out here in the cold in a long time, have you, boy? At least not with what
You-
funeral's gonna do for it.
underestimate the ingenuity of us. What was it? Southern folk?
Ingenuity. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Because me and Rook aren't from around these parts. We're not even black dragons. We're blue folk. Us blue folk tend to be a bit more
Tend to be
gentlemanly.
subjugated by their betters?
I just know how to not die. And it's a trait I'd suggest you pick up. There's a reason I'm not killing you all right now.
Because you can't?
Oh, trust me. Give it, I don't know, 50 minutes? I'm gonna go ahead and march on over to Kileta and let Liquor know that you guys are to be shot on sight.
Do you think that, your relations with this individual who you claim to be so stupid are good enough that he'll listen to you?
Ha! Hell no. He just knows better. Especially when I leave a small detachment there to remind him. But that's the thing about a man stupid enough to start a family in this town. Think he can settle down, have a true home and dynamic.
You know, we only have like 45 minutes left, right?
Well,
And you're the folks who are
Appreciate-
stupid enough to sit here listen to me talk.
Yeah, we
I
should get a
appreciate
move
the
on. He's
assistance
trying
you've
to
rendered,
distract us.
but
But
I
I'm gonna
appreciate
go
the
ahead and go
assistance
this way.
you've rendered, but we have places to be. So, if you'd kindly...
Hey, shit stain, get over here! And one of the smaller grunts walks over. Yeah? Hey, you're my ticket to Kieleta. Oh. And he just turns him into a portal. If you go to Kieleta, I'll see you there in, I don't know, probably about a day. Wouldn't recommend going there, though, unless you want to end up a smear on my snow.
So, can I piggyback this portal?
I was going to ask the same thing.
I'm gonna need a hell of a dex check out of that.
I'm gonna do it too. So
Check.
someone else.
Because Priest is standing right in front of it as his goons walk through it.
That's fair.
I figured,
what are we doing?
I figured they meant like
No.
after he steps through.
Actually, hold on. So, does Rum notice Locke trying to make his way to this portal? Actually, can I roll a dex to try and be able to see that he's running toward the portal and put my arm out and stop him?
You can, yeah, sure, go for it.
Acrobatics?
I also assumed that he meant like after.
Yeah, that's what I assumed
Priest
it was
walked
after.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
haven't
meant
gone.
like
The Priest hasn't
try
gone
and
through.
kind of. I meant like kind of try and sneak up on it before it closes, but after he's used it.
Either way, once Rum sees you trying to do this, he's going to try to stop you. I rolled an 18.
Well, he rolled a 14, so I'm gonna say Rum manages to grab your shoulder.
Okay, so as he goes for the
Wait,
portal,
you rolled...
Rum's...
Well, hold up. That's a 17 on me. That was 14 on the die.
All right, that's a 17 versus an 18. I'm just gonna
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead to say
Yeah, he said
because
18. I'm
your
bad at
dex
math.
check wasn't enough to get past him anyway, so Rum just
Fair.
manages to stop you.
Okay, so Rum stops him and... Hold on. We were headed to Kieleta. That's where I grew up. If he's there and all his minions are there, that's not where we want to go anyway.
Toodaloo, softskins. And by the way, if you happen to see Rook, kill him for me, please. I hate that bastard. And he steps through the portal, and it shuts.
Right before he steps through, I'm gonna try to get a few words in. And not as much as you're about to hate me.
And he steps through, and it closes, and the portal reconstitutes back into a simple Dragonborn in armor. Oh, I hate it when he does that. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. All right, you got this. Draws his sword. All right, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're gonna die. And you see a sword enter through his chest from behind. Oh, come on. And with a bit of force, you see whatever was thrusting from behind him just kind of cleave him in half. And behind him is standing a mysterious man with a very long sword in sleek-looking armor.
It's Genji.
Genji?
No, that's not Genji. It's not Genji, but it is someone from a video game. That's fucking
So,
Hakumen
I
from
assume
Blaze Blue.
Rum recognizes him, right?
Oh, I didn't expect to see you again here.
Oh, it's good to see you, though. One of the only friendly faces I know of around these parts.
I don't usually save the same person twice. Mostly because people aren't stupid enough to step into this place twice.
Don't need
I'm
saving.
disappointed to see you again.
Well, we don't
Should
yet
we
need
be
saving,
staying
so
here?
we just
No.
need to
Or
get
should
a
we
move
be
on.
walking?
Rum turns to the rest of the group. We need a new plan, because Kieleta is no longer a valid destination.
Well, you can go wherever you want, or you can trust me.
Well, I'm
that
inclined to
Liam?
trust you.
No, that was the mysterious swordsman.
Oh, right. Okay.
What,
Are
does
any
Rum
of
know
you
his
familiar
name?
with this region other than Rum? Rum would know his name, but is anybody else familiar with this region? Leaf would be familiar.
Leaf would know.
Is the tower that I take residence in? Is that anywhere around here?
I don't
I'm a
know.
hermit in a tower.
Where is it?
I don't know. I floated the idea
she
that
doesn't
my
know
tower.
who you are, so probably not.
I'll
I
do
mean,
a
to be
history
fair,
check.
you can have a fucking tower anywhere.
I'm gonna do a history check since I'm a traveler. Maybe I is that the right?
I'm gonna give
check?
Bryn a history check too. Excuse me.
I'm gonna say I'm not from here.
I got a 13.
Can you tell me his name? Can you remind me his name?
Yeah, Bryn made the check anyway. So those of you who rolled above an 11 that would know the rumors anyway would recognize this as the mysterious swordsman that's rumored to exist in this world. That has been rumored to exist in these regions for a long time. And Rum, having met him once before, remembers his name. In common, he would be known as Springtime Snowfall. But
right.
get the fuck out of here. But in Draconic, which he prefers, he is known as Nagoriyuki.
So would Rum know him as which one? Which one would Rum know
He
him
would
as?
know him, but I don't know if Rum would remember his name after a year, just knowing Rum. Would he?
I mean, probably remember the common one at least. Springtime Snowfall, is that what he said?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is springtime snowfall, right? Anyway,
That would be what my name would be, yes. But
Me and a
you may call
young-
me Nagoriyuki.
me and the young black dragonborn were held by funeral, and this fella here helped us escape.
Although I don't understand why that girl returned.
Does Rum know that she returned?
Yes, because she was there. That was her.
Which was her?
The one that, what's his face? Locke was talking to.
I asked if it
was
was
the
her,
same
and
one.
you said it wasn't.
No, I told you you would recognize her.
But no, you said he wouldn't recognize it as Smoke, but that she was familiar.
Yeah,
Maybe I worded it badly.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you said that he asked if it was smoking. You said no.
Yeah, I specifically asked if it was smoke.
I don't know that it was a full no, but yeah, it was definitely like a Rum wouldn't recognize it as Smoke. So
Especially since her condition has worsened in the years since he's been gone.
Okay, well,
She might not be completely recognizable.
I would like to. Well, that's fine now, but I would have had a much bigger conversation with her if I had known. But okay.
Well, and her personality is completely different as well. I really don't know that you would have recognized her at all thinking about it.
Well, if we had just escaped from funeral.
But that was more than a year ago, and she had opted to return, not thinking she could escape anywhere else. And she probably is in such a worse physical condition that you probably didn't recognize her at first.
Okay.
We can work on a potential retcon for that maybe for next episode. But regardless, with this mysterious swordsman standing before you, perhaps offering you a new plan, I think that's a good place to end this first session.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this has been the first, and hopefully not last, episode of Tales from Lumiere: Black Soul. Up next, tomorrow, I believe you guys have resumed Tomb at this point, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yes, we have.
So that should be Tomb tomorrow.
For the record, we are. I would like to find one more player for Tomb. If anybody's interested, we're about a third of the way through the campaign, probably. But we're in the fun part now. I don't know if you listened to the last session, but we spent the entire session on one puzzle.
I mean, it's not D&D if that doesn't happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But regardless,
and they almost solved it, and then fucked it up.
I hope you guys and anybody listening had fun today, and we hope to see you again for the next time. Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
I hope I was annoying as I tried to be.